All right. Good evening and welcome to today's class. Today we'll be discussing indices, and I want to believe this is not your first time of hearing this word indices. But I'm going to bring it to us in a very peculiar way, so that you can always remember what is taught today. All right. First of all, if I say if I write 2 plus 2 plus 2, this gives me 6. All right. Now, what if maybe I write something like this? Let's say I write 3 times 3 times 3. This is 3 times 3 times 3. And this will give me 27. In the first one, we added. Second one, we multiplied. All right? Good. Now, in the case of multiplication, when a number multiply itself for a particular number of times, then we are talking about indices. Now that means indices means the number of times a particular quantity multiplied itself. All right. Now this is 3 multiplying itself 3 times. 3 times 3 times 3, which is equal to 27. Now can still be written this way: 3 power 3. 3 multiplying itself 3 times. So this is a kind of indices. All right. How many times a particular quantity multiplied itself, then the word indices come to play. Okay. Now, also note that this thing here is not the same as saying 3 times 3. No, it is not. Right? This is more like saying bringing 3 into 3 places, then add them together, which is saying 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay, so this and this are the same. Okay, but this and this are not the same. Is that okay? Good. Now let's look at certain laws that guide indices. Just like there are laws that guide the things we do, where we live, the school where we attend, churches where we attend, and so on and so forth. There are certain laws that guide indices, and knowing those laws will actually help you to tackle problems that always come from the word, sort of on the topic indices. Okay, let's look at those laws. Let's take at least 3 for today, just bit by bit. Is that okay? All right. So the first one is what we call multiplication law. Multiply means times, like we always call it times. Okay, good. Now let's say we have something like, let's say we have a power m multiplying a power n. Now this is an example of multiplication law. Now what does it say? In a case like this is a base. This is called power or index. This is a is base, m is called either power or index. Likewise, this one too, this is a base, then this is called an index. Okay, so when we have the same base, all right, we'll simply take one, then we add the powers, which is m plus n. Now let me use normal figures to work on this. Let's say I have 2 power 3 multiplying 2 power, let me just say power 2. I will simply take one of these bases, which is 2, then add the powers, which is 3 plus 2, which is equal to 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. This is all about multiplication law. Now there are cases whereby you may not have this base to be the same. Let me just say I have a m times b power n. Now in this case, depending on how the case might come to you, you might just let it be the way it is, or you might approach it individually. That means if I use number, for example, let's say I use number, let me just say I use let's say 2 power 3 multiplying 3 power 2. Now either I go this way, 2 power 3 will give me 8. How is it 8? Multiply 2 3 times, which is 2 times 2 times 2. Is that okay? That gives 8 times 3 power 2 is 9, which is multiplying 3 2 times, which is 3 times 3. That gives me 9. Okay? Now I can simply tell the answer to this particular thing. All right? Good. Now, let's continue. Let's go to division law. Division law. What does it say? Let's say I have a power m divided by a power n. The law says I'm going to have simply take one of these bases, all right, then subtract the powers. I'm going to have m minus n. Is that okay? If I use number, let's say I have 5 power 4 divided by 5 power 2. I will simply take one of the 5 which are the bases. Okay, I will take 1, then subtract the powers, which is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. Let's actually continue. In a case also where we have different bases, okay, like we did here, either you let it be the way it is, all right, or you approach it individually, then divide your results. Let me say I have 3 power 2, all right. Sorry, pardon me, please. We are dealing with division law. 3 power 2 divided by 2 power 3, which is equal to, now in this case, 3 power 2 is 9, all right, divided by 2 power 3 is 8. You can just say this is equal to 9 over 8, or it can still be one whole number 1 over 8. Is that okay? So when we have different bases, this very law here now doesn't come to play. You approach what you have as a peculiar, as what's it called, as a single entity. All right, that does it. So now the third law we're going to discuss today: power of a power. Power of a power. What does it say? Let's say I have a power m multiplied by power n. This is a base, this is a power, this is also a power. This is power of a power. Okay? Now, in this kind of thing, what do? We simply multiply the powers like we always do in normal what's it called? Normal algebra. We use what is outside to multiply what is inside. So we're going to have a power m times n, and this gives me a power m n. All right, so let's say I use figure. Let's say I have something like this. Let's say I have 3 power 2 multiplied by power 3. This will actually give me 3 power 2 times 3, which is equal to 3 power 6. I want to give one simple example again. This I have a 3a power 2, then power 2. In this case, don't panic. We have 3, we have A, all in the bracket, but A here is squared. But note that this 3, same as saying 3 power 1. Every natural number has 1 as its power, okay? I can put this to be like this. 3 power 1, then A power 2, power 2. Now, going by the law of power of a power, I'm going to have 3 power 1 times 2, then A power 2 times 2. Now, let's go. I'm going to have 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. We continue. 3 power 2, more like saying 3 times 3, which is 3 multiplying itself 2 times. Alright, so 3 power 2 is 9, and I have A power 4. So this thing outside the brackets affect everything inside the brackets. That's one thing you should know about power of a power. Alright, thank you for being part of this class. Kindly take your time to watch the video and give us a feedback. Bye for now.